mine scores or mine used sanitary pad and doing all other horrible things that only mentally deranged people actually does. It is a pandemic. Like it's a pandemic. Who became a teacher telling us that after he was the Minister of Communication, a former terrorist sympathizer who gained access to Nigeria's supposed data, Nigerians' data, and under him and the Boko Haram, the terrorists called the Fulani terrorists gained so much ground. And the Wahala is still there. Not a single one was arrested or prosecuted. The guy came back and said, "Oh, I called them, especially when they kidnapped the emir of Gobir. So I called them. I called this guy. I told them that what we built can locate and track all the terrorists. You don't go back to their Moscow. The same place that Boko Haram picked him from 6 years ago. Sorry, 9 years ago, rather. Then he became a minister 5 years ago, communication minister. And he had access to all of our data. Under him, that was when the kidnapping escalated. Terrorists started using TikTok. Yeah, terrorists started displaying their ransom on TikTok under this rogue. He's speaking in Hausa or wherever this is. So he's Sabi. I want terrorists there.
Na sha faɗa bisa ga experience cewa inda za a yi aiki da database na name da sim registration, I still insist babu wani barna da za a yi na tsaro da ba a san waye ba ko ba a san ina yake ba in ba san shi wane ne ba. Na sha faɗa ba once ba shekara 5 ina maimaita maganar nan. Kuma na sha rubuta takarda na tura wa jami'an tsaro ba ɗaya ba ba biyu ba ba uku ba ba hudu ba, Allah ne shaida. Aikinmu duka da muka yi bai shafi tsaro ba, amma dai mun tabbatar da mun yi providing database da muka yi don a taimaka tsaro. Zuwa ran da muka kammala aiki muka tafi na bar sama da mutum miliyan 100 a Najeriya da na musu rijista a database. Kuma mutum miliyan 61 ni na yi shi gaba ɗaya a cikin ƙasa da shekara 3. Kuma a shekara 13 mutum miliyan 39 na samu, amma sanda ne a cibin sama da mutum miliyan 61. Me duka manufar don a samar wa masu tsaro wani irin platform da za su yi aiki da shi wajen magance wannan. Ana sace sarkin gobir ba da labari, bidiyonsa ne na dawo gida yara ke nuna min, wallahi na ma gagara gani, kawai na gari gasa da jini na gagara. Abinda ne na farko shine da gaggawa na mutane 2 da na san suna harkar tsaro, na ba su shawari cewa ina ga in an yi kaza da kaza da kaza ba sai na bayyana ba, saboda al'amari na security ba kawai nake faɗa ba. Ina da yakinin ko ba a san suwa suka yi ba to tabbas za a san ina ne location ɗinsu. In ku aka sani to da ikon Allah za a iya zuwa a kama su, ko da ba san suwaye ba, kuma ko da wayarsa suke aiki. Kuma wannan mun sha yi ba ɗaya ba ba biyu ba, a rubuce na yi hana gaji. Allah ta'ala shine shaida, abinda aka yi don Allah, Allah din ya sani. Akan a samar da sim and nim registration an yi barazana ga rayuwata, wallahi ba zai irgu ba. Wallahi akan kada a yi na ce sai an yi. Ai a February 2020 akwai wanda har rediyon BBC shiga ya yi barazana wa raina, ko na fasa ko in dena. Na fasa? Ba a fasa ba, kuma an yi. Wannan harkar don a samar wa Najeriya, Allah ya sani, wallahi azim hatta rayuwata na hakura da ta a lokacin. Wallahi na hakura don ina to hatsarin shine ga abinci an samar, masu cin abincin sun kici. Wannan yana damuna kullum a zuciya da, kuma ba yau abin ya fara ko jiya ko shekara ɗaya ba, ya faru shekaru da dama, kuma ina faɗa Allah shine shaida. It's really most unfortunate. Ina da yakinin har a yanzu din za a yi liberating wannan database din, waɗannan matsalolin in dai masu laifi ne, ina da tabbacin kashi 97 cikin 100 ba za su sha ba, insha Allah ta'ala. Muna ƙara aiki da dama, muna tunatarwa cewa a yi aiki da shi. Waɗanda kuma suke filin daga, 'yan sanda, sojoji da sauran jami'an tsaro, talakawa a yi ƙoƙari ya zama albashinsu da allowances na isa gare su, yana da matuƙar muhimmanci. kuma a kyautata aikai na tsaro ta inda zai zama duk wanda yake filin daga yana da tabbacin idan ya rasu iyalansa ba za su lalace ba. Yana da matukar muhimmanci saboda in ba encouragement ga wanda suke field za a ci gaba da samun matsala. Jami'an tsaro muna addu'a Allah ta'ala ya taimake su ya ba su nasarar magance waɗannan matsaloli na insecurity. Dukkan wata matsala Allah ya ba su ikon magancewa. A cikinsu idan akwai gura gurbi da suke jin daɗin abin da ke faruwa ko da shi suke ƙoshi.
ẹni òfò ni ẹ ṣòfò láyé ẹ tún sí lálìkìyàmọ ẹ̀yin rádaràda wọ̀nyí.
Alámọ̀ mi, ó ṣòfò láyé ní sa pandemic, ó tún sí lálẹ́kẹ̀ àmọ́, wọ́n rádaràda wọ̀nyí. That seems sounding like, you know what, we built a database. I have told them that if they want to get these people, they can be traced, they can be tracked. It's just that, I don't know why they are not going after them. That's why he's telling his congregant there. He said, we built a database, over 60 million people there. Yeah. If you use their BVN or NIN or something, you can track them when they call people for ransom and all of that. It's so unfortunate that they are doing this, but I wish they kind of work on it. Don't ask me for the rest. That's what he was saying. A total hypocrite, a terror apologist himself. And under them, with that his database, terrorism became industrialized in Nigeria. Terrorists can call for ransom. They can show faces on Facebook, on TikTok. They can even brag and show their victims, including the ransoms, right there. But no, the NIA, the DIA, Abina DSS, and the rest of them, they are not interested in those guys. They are more interested in the rest of you that are kind of like calling out the rogues and their criminality. See these two men. They were picked up by Tinubu's Daura, stupid service. These two guys. The first one is a journalist, an investigative journalist. The second one is also an investigative journalist on it's called PDOM. Now you see the full meaning of that PDOM, right? Person in detention or missing. Now, you see this guy is sort of a guy that was faceless on social media, and he's also famous for releasing some of those leaked documents from the APC, Egbe's government. Documents that has to do with either memos, approvals, and stuff that they would normally deny in the public. So he became a target. But people didn't actually know what it looked like until the Nigerian police and their their Dokpemu stupid service tracked him. I'm talking about the guy on the right. They tracked him to River State. They kidnapped him, cuffed him for 6 days in handcuff. No food, no nothing. Until his family members raised the alarm. And finally they got to know that, okay, yeah, we got him. They are now asking for a bail. Police, not court. Police is asking for bail of 150, a shorty, 15, level 15 civil servant or something with a 100 or 200 million naira bail bond. And we kind of believe that it's going to take a level 15 civil servant in Nigeria. It's going to take him 123 years to make 200 million naira. To be able to say, I have 200 million naira, I want to deposit. By civil servant rule means that you can't do business per se while you are working, they say. But it will take you about, if you rely on that, your high pay salary, whatever it is, it will take you 123 years to make 200 million. So they set a bail bond. The other guy is a journalist returning from the UK. Now I know why the Templars are always like, no, don't come back here. No. And I'm like, okay, I'm not coming back to start with. But this guy was coming back from the UK. He's also an investigative journalist. a Yoruba guy. So they picked him up as well because they felt like his articles on Tinubu is insulting. They haven't told us what he did yet. Oh, they haven't said that one yet. But they've picked him up for about 3 days now. In a supposed democracy, you have criminals in charge of Nigeria as we speak. Everyone is a suspect to them. They are fighting and forcing legitimacy that they will never get, except they use the force. Here you get it. So if you go out there and talk about democracy, yes, Ogu supposed to kill you. Because you do not have anything democracy, you have dictatorship, by the way. And it is not just an ordinary dictatorship. You have a gang of criminals, all kinds of criminals, manning important institutions. By the time they are done with you, you probably would not even be able to recognize that you're Nigeria, I promise you. Look at what Tinubu did last 2 weekends. I mean, so this last 3-4 days. You see the guy on the left, his name is Rufai. The one that is on the right is Beachy, a beach. Now, the one on the left tendered his resignation. I mean, so resignation as the National Intelligence Agency, the agency responsible for kidnapping and spying on Nigerians. You see the one on the right? That's a beach. He was the Director General of the Dokwemu Stupid Service. Now, this guy on the left tendered his own resignation before Tinubu could fire him. And he has been replaced by someone from Kwara, a Nope man. The one on the right, which is DSS, that one has been removed. They didn't say sack. Okay, it's been removed. This is the guy that came in after Lawa Daura. You remember Daura? The guy that Bokwari used in invading the houses of the judges in Nigeria, arrested them, and also removed Onogen as the Chief Justice of Nigeria because of a petition that he has a bank account abroad with $13 balance in it. And he did not declare that he had a $13 bank account in America. So because of this, he was removed to be investigated for corruption. So Lawada did all of that when he was removed by Pastor Ruga. That's the beach man that took over. But you know this man, his own story is not different from what others have been, okay? But he's more despised because of the lifestyle of his children. Baba, they said this guy, this beach man's son, could actually have you picked up. No joke, DSS, they go arrest and beat people up for the son. They will arrest people, right? And lock them in the underground cells simply because somebody argued with the son on social media. True story. So people kind of hated him more. Then coupled it with the DSS activities of kidnapping Nigerians, but never been able to discover and kidnap the terrorists that are kidnapping Nigerians. You get that? So he's one of the hated men in that contraption. But it was believed that people celebrated it when he was removed. I'm coming back to the other one. Because right now, the noise now is that Tinubu is Yorubanizing. No, he's not. He's Lagosianizing your contraption Nigeria. Wait for it. These were supposed to be the staff of the Dokwemu Stupid Service under Bichi. Even though they have started what they call the media round. Damage control. No, this is a 2018 video. This is a 2012 video. Oriented back gates. 100%. When this video came out yesterday, it was to celebrate the hand of a supposed criminal. They are all the same. But see this ones, Wetin I hear the talk. I know they there. Meanwhile, the one that resigned himself has handed over to his own successor, Abubakar Mohammed, the Nope man from Kwara State.
It's my honor and privilege today to welcome the incoming DG, since Director General of the National Intelligence Agency, and Ambassador Muhammad, and to hand him the baton.
So as for Vichy at the beach, we are here to see Zonando handing over. And the northern guys are running crazy. Tinubu removed 2 northerners in a single day. That Rufai guy is from Katsina State, Bokowaris State. That man, Rufai, cannot go back to his own community. I promise you, he's not going to live there. Even though they said he's being given a chieftaincy title to come and become their Sarkin. No, not Sarkin. It's good to come and become Emir. No, I don't know. I don't care. Because you guess what? In the last 5 months, Katsina State, like Niger State, is a bloodstream center. You can say it's like a bloodbath, courtesy of the Fulani terrorists in these places. Underreported, of course, because a lot of people are tired of just hearing about they don't kill this one again, they don't kill that one again. That's exactly what they have turned us into. So becoming sensitive enough that say, almost 24 people, 24 farmers killed in Niger. The next thing you're going to hear is, Mayegun, please, just give us any latest, Jerry. Give us latest, any latest. Yeah, I just told you. 24 people killed in Niger State. Farmers. In this time, I said, oh, Mayegun, I don't hear you the first time. I say, give us latest, any latest. Well, is that not latest? Is that not something? People have become so insensitivized or incentivized and they don't, And then you have the rogues in your government. I saw a video where Devil Umahi was having a presser, right? Like with a wiki. He was there bragging when he was a governor and how much a fight he had a name and he was ready to fight anybody who tried to So I think they were asking him about the Lagos Calabar Coastal Road. How far, Baba, with your Lagos Coastal Road? I think that's what led to this wall. I have this long watch.
And I heard what His Excellency Atiku Abubakar was talking about, the comparison. And yet people still come to say, oh, this number of lanes in Egypt is 1.8 billion and it is 300 kilometers. I mean, people darken council without knowledge. You should be able to say something is white is as white as what, Now, we have ESIA certificates on the project. That's number one. Number two, was the project listed in appropriation? Yes. The project is in 2023 supplementary appropriation. Now, the estimate, the budget is an estimate. What is in the budget is different from the cost of the project. And you can split the project, but you can section the project. And so that has answered that question. How was the project, procured? Under the Procurement Act, there are three, my party secretary is a procurement expert, and I have a very good DPP and good directors. But the project was approved by Federal Executive Council under restrictive, procurement. And it is in the law that when you have specialized project to do, where you have very limited people that can engage in such project, you can use restrictive, procurement. And The only place you will find where concrete was done and successful was in Ebonyi State under my watch. Otherwise, it was high-tech, and Dangote that initiated concrete pavement, taking it to the next level, because what President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR did while he was governor was an introductory part of the concrete road, and that is by the using of interlocking, concrete ties to do the roads in Lake VI, and it's still sustaining, which is wonderful. And that's also where we took our courage and bear it. And so that is the procurement. And so you want to see what this company has done, you go and see a Papa Oshuki or Oshuki project that hitherto was never, a success in terms of the flexible pavement that was used. And you see vehicles that are parked there for 7 days, but right now, under this kind of arrangement of concrete pavement, you see a very wonderful road, and that is standing a test of 50 years to 100 years. And so, what next is this about the procurement process, this about ESIA, this about whether the project was appropriated, yes. And so, they will come to naught, because what they thought we didn't have, we have it. And I'm also equal to the task. I fought many battles as governor of Ebonyi State. And so, my name is David. And I'm not afraid of battle of this thing, but let them hear it again as well. That if they want to unduly benefit from the project by going to court, they are wasting their time, because David is there. Yes. Projected that it could be up to 16 trillion is in our presentation, because if you check some of the projects inherited by Mr. President, some have lasted 18 years. And so you talk about when dollar was 150 naira to a dollar. You talk about when HO was 130 naira per liter, and then you compare it with what we have today. And so our take in such projects is, because it's very embarrassing even taking such projects to fake. You come and say project was 11 billion 18 years ago and it's 180 billion now. Who will believe our story? So the safest way is to have an agreement with the contractor, have it terminated, and then re-procured, in bids based on availability of funds. So the funding and budgetary provision are our guidelines now in any procurement or review of projects that we are doing. So you see some projects may be stepped down due to poor budgetary provision, but they are not terminated. When there is fund, we resurrect them and we will go ahead. When people are destroying the bridge parapet to just get reinforcement, the labor they are putting there, if they put it in meaningful work, they will be able to make more money. But it's just lack of patriotism and criminality. Look at the second Niger bridge. They went to remove, they went to remove the expansion joint. That's terrible. You look at Lagos, the Abuja Canal. They destroy the median JC to look for reinforcement. We have also employed two generals, SSA Security, who is also helping us to form some, vigilante, for surveillance over some of this critical infrastructure. But with the assistance of the public and the new measures we are implementing, and the ones we will not tell you here, we are sure to, arrest that menace. You want training, you want to become engineer overnight. You have to pay for it. But on a lighter note, yes.
Nuisance, Lily.
I'll save you the rest of the rants. That was a devil Umahi doing this thing. Again, there's some context you need to have on that story. Okay. Number one, Nigeria's 2024 budget was put at a 27.5 or 28.5 trillion naira. Abi? From that budget, 6 trillion of it is going into the private pocket of these lawmakers and the rest of their clique. It's called padded budget. Okay. Now, this is when I say budget, it's like on whatever they want to do, all over, all ministries, parastatals, and agencies, right? But Tinubu, from the blues, said he was going to construct a 700-kilometer road to Calabar. And that will cost Nigeria 15 trillion naira, which was going to be $13.5 billion. No provision for it in the budget. No bidding for the project to choose who's going to build them. Everything was kind of like consummated, discussed, approved, and 1.5